Yes, there are indeed 14 karat gold Bionicle G2 masks, and they are beautiful. Today I want to discuss the history behind these legendary LEGO pieces, and how you could use them in your own LEGO creations. Although where are you going to get these masks? They're super rare. Well, there is another way to get very cheap variants of these masks. I'll explain that later in the video, so stay tuned. Let's get into it. So all up there are 8 of these 14 karat gold masks. We have the Mighty Mask of Earth, Tahu's incredible Mask of Fire, Liwa's Mask of Jungle, which, by the way, is a wonderful update on the classic Miru mask. We also have Kopaka's Mask of Ice, which has that fantastic eye scope. There's also the brilliant Mask of Stone, Gully's awesome Mask of Water, which is probably my favorite of the bunch. And then we have the Lord of the Skull Spider's mask, a 14 karat gold skull spider, can you imagine? Oh, but the best one, the Mask of Creation. If I could only have one of these, it would be this one for sure. So how do you get these? Well, there were 3 different ways of obtaining them. The first was a competition that allowed people to win one of these 6 masks, the original masks of the main Toa. Back in 2015, there was a competition that was called Bionicle Mask Hunt. It was an online competition hosted by the LEGO Group, and they had participants try to find mask-shaped designs in everyday objects and settings. Basically, you just had to find like shapes or patterns that resembled these masks somehow. However, the color of the object had to match the color of the mask, and obviously too, the color of the respective Toa. It's actually quite an odd theme for a LEGO competition, especially because there was no actual building happening. Rare for that to happen, I suppose. But yeah, there were 6 different winners, and here is the winning entry that won Onawa's golden mask. It appears to be some type of clip on a bag or something like that. I guess it does look a little bit like a mask. Now, thanks to KSprice45, we actually have images of this mask, as well as the certificate that came with it too. The images aren't always the best, but it does allow us to see it up close and personal, and it's so pretty. Flipping it around, you can see that it's decently similar to the official mask, and you can even see the LEGO logo on the middle there. And here's how it looks if you put it on Onawa G2. Gosh, does that look awesome. And then here's a few shots of this mask alongside the pearl gold and black variants that come on Onawa G2. Obviously those masks are worth nowhere near as much as the 14 karat gold mask. Man, it must have been surreal to have won this mask. That's the stuff of dreams. I would have been screaming my mind out if I actually owned this. I'm very jealous. So that's how you could win 6 of these 8 masks, but what about the other 2? Well, a contest was also held to win the 14 karat gold skull spider mask. It was given away as the overall prize for a contest in 2015 called the Battle of the Gold Mask. So only one copy of this mask exists. Only one copy of every 14 karat gold mask exists. But yeah, this contest, it was a multi-website building competition created by the LEGO Group, and it was hosted by 5 fan-based online groups. And the competition had people building some type of Bionicle-themed villain. The final winner for this contest was Brienne Sledge, otherwise known as Archinto, and this is what she built, and yeah, I get it, really freaking cool. Look at those wings. So unless she sold it, she is the person that owns one of these 8 very, very rare masks. And finally, to win the best mask, the beautiful 14 karat gold Mask of Creation, there was once again another competition. This one was called the Mask Maker Challenge, where people had to build the best life-size Mask of Power out of existing LEGO and Bionicle pieces. The builds could of course use Technic and Construction pieces with a few system bricks, but really only for like accents and details. Now here's an artwork of the 3 winning masks. And actually 2 of the winners, they were briefly seen in the final episodes of the Bionicle Netflix series show called Bionicle Journey to One. The 2 runner-ups won some Bionicle sets as their main prizes, which is still awesome, but it pales in comparison to the first place winner, because they get that beautiful, beautiful mask. This, however, was the winning entry. It was built by Sean and Steph Mayo, and it's called the Mask of the Sea Queen. And it certainly does look awesome. The curvature on those horns is so slick. Yeah, so that's how you could win all 8 of these Bionicle masks. And actually every single one of these, except for the Skull Spider mask, they were shown off at New York Comic Con when Bionicle G2 was officially announced. DVD showcases some photos here of these masks on their Flickr page. And don't they just look so awesome on these bases? But yeah, as cool as they are, chances are you're never gonna own one, unless you happen to make a deal with one of the winners, and doing so is probably gonna cost you thousands of dollars. Remember, these are literally made out of gold. But there is another way to get masks that look very, very similar. There's a website called Chrome Block City that sells Lego system and Bionicle pieces in chrome colors. So if you want, you could buy some of these G2 masks in chrome gold. And it's probably going to feel exactly like the real thing. And actually, the prices, they're not too bad. They vary depending on what you're buying, but it's way cheaper than buying 14 karat gold. Another awesome thing is that they sell these masks and these pieces in other chrome colors. So if you want some of these masks in chrome gold, sure. If you want some of these in chrome silver, absolutely. If you want them in chrome green or like a weird bronze color, you can get that too. It's great because if you want a really, really special mask, well, you can get it right here. Now, this probably sounds like an ad at this point. I assure you, it's not. I just saw that they sell this stuff. I think it's really cool. And it's nice that it's a cheaper alternative to getting some of these incredibly rare masks. Now, they also sell chrome weapons and chrome armor pieces, so if you want, you could easily make yourself a totally chrome Bionicle character. That'd be so cool. In fact, Chrome Block City shared this on their Instagram page, which was an image by Duckbricks that shows off an Akimu that is fully decked out with this majestic chrome armor. And honestly, that looks awesome. Now, I haven't bought from this website before, but I do plan on doing so. And hey, if you do the same, well, how are you going to use them in your own creations? Or hey, if you are actually lucky enough to own one of these 14 karat gold masks, well, how could you use those in your creations too? Let me give you some ideas. Mitch Builds has a beautiful Takanuva mock that uses a chrome gold Evoki mask. Yeah, this isn't one of the G2 masks, but Chrome Block City does actually sell this mask. Or they did, but it's currently sold out. Still, you could totally do something similar with different masks. And as you can see here, just order a few of those chrome pieces, you add a few small chest armor pieces and shoulder armor, and I guess a nice chrome piece on the staff too, and you've made something that looks just magical. And by my count, I think there's about 10 custom chrome pieces on here in total. It's not actually that many in the grand scheme of things. And dude, LEGO themselves, they have plenty of official chrome LEGO pieces, whether that's in silver or in gold. So maybe you could use some of those pieces to build your own custom masks or custom armor. Then that way you don't have to go to any third-party companies and order non-official pieces. Maybe that's a more cost-effective way of building something that looks shiny and slick. Although official chrome pieces aren't cheap these days, but still. And now we have a mock by Susu02 that uses a chrome gold mask of creation, and he's used it to build Akimu himself. And this is just using the chrome mask, no other chrome pieces whatsoever. But I still think it looks great. When it's placed alongside all of these white pieces, it all looks and feels so sleek and stylish. And you know what? I think you can totally get away with a mask that's a different color to everything else. Like we see here, it looks baller. And then you got two magical arms poking out of the back, holding two astral hammers. That's incredible. What an awesome mock that uses an awesome mask. So there you go. That's the history of these incredibly rare and incredibly expensive masks. Remember, they are all one of a kind. It doesn't get rarer than that. But thankfully, there are other options if you want to have something that looks and feels like the same thing, but is not 14 karat gold. Now, let me know if you have one of these. I'd love to see who owns the remaining gold masks. And let me know if you have a custom chrome mask. They're still pretty cool, even if they're not super rare. Anyway guys, that's all for now. Thank you very much for watching. Happy building, and bye for now.